puppy. Good morning. Yeah. Yeah. Did you know there was a newscaster on TV who said that your uncle, Champ, in the White House is not a presidential-looking dog? If I ever heard anything more ridiculous, I don't know what it was. Here we go, 37 today, so it's a little cooler than it has been. And it's Friday, the 26th. Happy birthday, Christy. Sister Christy, that is. Good morning. It is a beautiful, sunny day. I feel like I'm very bright. I don't know, maybe I'm moving a little closer and closer to the window. Happy birthday to my sister Christy. I hope you have a great day. I'm sorry I can't be there with you. That would have been fun. But I can go visit Mom and Dad. I think I'm going to do that tomorrow. So I'm feeling better today, mentally, than I was yesterday. Thank you for your good wishes and your commiserations. I appreciate it. I slept pretty well again last night, which is nice. Strangely enough, I did not craft yesterday either. I don't know. Well, I didn't actually craft, but I was craft adjacent. I crafted, I guess. I don't know. Does it count as crafting if you figure out your temperatures? I figured out my temperatures. And I set up a... So these are my temperatures. I kept rooster. This is rooster here. So these... And I replaced my sacks with I found a DMC color that was almost exactly the same color as the sacks. I have my needle holder on my thing and it got caught. So this top book laying down is sacks. It's actually sacks, and this things are not going easy. This is the color I picked. This is it doesn't actually look that much alike, does it? Well, it's gonna have to do. Yeah. I think that's the camera. That's the camera that's saying it doesn't look the same. I think it's gonna look enough the same. Well, I haven't gotten rid of the sacks, but I don't have sacks on my thing. So anyway, but I decided to keep the rooster. I got rid of the mulberry. And I replaced it with capers. So I'm going to start in the greens when I get to 50. The 50s and 60s are greens. Then I'm going to move into yellow. This is gold. And then I go into buttercup. And then some DMCs. Gold. And then into some really red colors. So we're gonna have an orange summer, kids. Gonna have a yellow and orange summer. We're gonna have a green fall and spring. And I don't know what the heck I did with the winter blues, and then I went into the rooster. Could be a summer color too, but it's too late. So anyway, so I did that yesterday. Now I'm rethinking the sacks because in the light of day, it's not actually looking quite as much. It's not looking quite as much like sacks as I thought it did. So I may just keep doing the sacks. I can have one silk color. I'm not going to have that many more days of sacks, so I might just change my mind about that. Put sacks in that spot. The other thing I did was my package came. I had ordered some Payne's Gray paint and a palette. And I set up my palette, not very smartly, but I set it up, and now it's drying. So the way this works is those paints in the tubes, you squeeze them into the palette and let them dry, and then they work like the paints when you were kids. You wet them up, and that's how they work. I did a little thing of mine. Also, I crafted. So these are the colors that I put in the palette, and I have them marked. And it's pretty hilarious because I was using my hairdryer to dry them. See, this it didn't dry. This is the Payne's Gray. This didn't dry very quickly. And so I got the hairdryer out. And all the names went away because I used Friction pen. I got a... I don't know if you can read that. It says I'm trying out my fountain pen, and so far not so good. I shouldn't have to press this hard. But I will try it again today. I should have used it on this. But anyway, so I was testing out the colors, trying to get to know the colors, medium, dark, light, and because this yellow, transparent yellow, did not look very nearly as this yellow. It was a completely different color. It's a completely different color. It's the first color there. And so I just thought, that's why I have it separated, because I thought I need another yellow. I need a light yellow, a lighter yellow. You would think yellow transparent would be lighter than that. Well, guess what? It is. This is what it looks like when you paint with it. So I have some other painting. This is some of the colors from this set that I got from Kathy. And I just went through and tried different things, crossing them, see what they look like when they're painted one over the other and that kind of stuff. So I have some things to do with all my colors to try to figure out what I have, how they work. I need to start taking some notes when I watch my videos because, they sit there and they, everybody talks about having a limited palette on a picture. I thought the Payne's Gray looked awfully blue. It looked very blue, very navy blue to me. So this is Payne's Gray. It does look gray now. But it's a blue gray for sure. But I was afraid, it was like, navy blue. But it's going to work. For me, what do I know? But anyway, as they build their colors or make their colors, they're like, I'm putting this and I'm putting this and I got to start taking notes because mostly it's gray. A woman yesterday was making gray and it was a dark blue, yellow, and pink made gray. So, and they make all kinds of colors. Of course, they do a lot of greens. A lot of these painters mix their own greens. And I only have one green in my palette. I have an olive green in my palette. So. But my palette is not dry yet. One woman said you had to wait 2 days. One woman said you had to wait overnight. So this is overnight. It's not dry. So I'm going to have to wait 2 days before I can use my new palette. But that's all right. I can use my paint the way I was using it before on my board. So I'll be fine. I'll be able to paint today if I want to, which I'm feeling like I do. The other craft adjacent thing I did yesterday was I wrote up some notes for my podcast. So my podcast might actually be coming at some point, but I am planning to go to my parents tomorrow, which I need to inform my brother of that fact. I got, like I said, I got the fountain pen. But, you know, you get a set of fountain pens that has 4 nibs and 20 cartridges. And a gizmo that you can fill from an ink bottle. And it only costs you $10. You know you're not getting a quality product there. I mean, you know, who's kidding who? And it seems to be actually working now. Let me do this off camera. I just wrote that. You are not. But it's also not very dark. This is the black. And this is why I said I shouldn't have to push that hard. I did get it. It looks blacker if I push it harder. But, see, it's a little darker, but you shouldn't have to push that hard. It's supposed to flow. So I don't know what the story is, but whatever. So my foray into fountain pens was not nearly as successful, but obviously I did not do any research and just put something in my cart. And that's what I need to stop doing. Well, if I stop shopping, that'll solve that, but that's not, you know, the problem. But I will keep playing with that and see. But I don't know if I feel comfortable using it on a picture necessarily. So I did crafty adjacent things. I wrote my notes for my podcast and I got a few things organized. So I'm ready for Sunday. I'm not taking out my rooster. I am taking out my mulberry and replacing my mulberry with a green. And there you go. I guess I'll keep sacks. Because that didn't look that close, did it? I could just get a little swatch of that going and see actually how close it is. Because if it's close, I'm going to keep it. Anyway, I got a reply from my mother's problem saying that your mother has a portal. Go to her portal and you can do all that from her portal. I'm like, oh, MJ. My mother doesn't have a portal. They may think she has a portal, but she hasn't had access to her email address that she used with them for 6 years. So whatever emails they've been sending her, she has not been receiving. So now I have to go set up a portal for my mother. That's the next step. But I will do that. But I did get an email, you know, and I said, if I have trouble with this, can you just give me a mailing address? I can send a letter. We don't really have a mailing address. What company doesn't have a mailing address? He didn't know it. We're all over the place. Royalties maybe in London. I'm like, ugh. Although Daddy does have her last year's form. Maybe there's a address. There's got to be a return address on that. Maybe I'll just do that. We'll see. I'll talk to him tomorrow. We still have time. So, I'm going to watch some videos. And our walks have been beautiful. It's been gorgeous weather. So It's been good. I even took my camera on my walk yesterday, and as we're putting the dogs in the car, I forgot to take a picture. I was going to take a picture. Maybe I'll draw paint a picture, landscape from like my life, my current life, my home life, as opposed to my travel life, which, we used to go to the arts festival and back in the day when they had them. I'm sure they'll be back there in July in State College. I've talked about the arts festival before because I buy jewelry there. Started when I was a kid, so I think they not that many years ago, had their 50th anniversary, but I was probably 13, so, 53 years ago. And at the beginning, the booths, there were kids with a booth selling painted rocks. If you're old enough, you remember painted rocks and that kind of stuff. Well, it's grown exponentially since then, both in size and in prestige. And now it is a juried arts festival. And so, the people who get in there are really good, and they have really good booths, and they're really interesting stuff. And there are quite a few people who are photographers, and they sell their pictures, big, blown up, framed, gorgeous pictures. And, you look at some of those pictures, and they're like Bryce Canyon, and, like all this gorgeous landscapes, and, but I've been to Bryce Canyon. You can't take an ugly picture at Bryce Canyon. You don't have to be a great photographer to get a good picture at Bryce Canyon, Just saying. Some of them are really amazing, Linda bought a picture there, and it's a close-up picture of a leaf with a drop of water on it. And in the drop of water, you can see a reflection of something, and it's almost like the mirrors that reflect. It's that, the drop of water is reflecting, and it's a crazy picture. So that's a picture. Why am I dissing photographers? There's no reason to do that. But the point is, even I can take an amazing picture when I have an amazing landscape. As you can see, I didn't clear the table. So can I paint a nice watercolor picture of my backyard? I could try. I have Payne's Gray now, don't I, Pup? That was Pearl when she left. Maisie was here, but as soon as I was ready to start, she left. Anyway, I'm rambling again. I will talk to you tomorrow. I'm feeling good. Oh, I will try to talk to you tomorrow. I think I'll be able to do a quick little vlog. It might not be very long. Famous last words. Because I think I'm going to go visit my parents tomorrow. And it's a 3-hour ride, so. But I'll probably be able to do a vlog. So. But if you don't see me, it's because I'm at my parents'. Don't worry. I promise. I'll be fine. So, I will talk to you later. Please take good care of yourselves, please. And stay safe, and stay safe.